Hello there, I just watched another 5 episodes of UltraQ and thought I'd review them. This series is going to be very random, obviously, because I'm just going to sit down and watch episodes, and when I'm ready to review, I'll review it. It just depends on how much time I have, basically, in the day or night I'm doing it. But yeah, we're continuing, and as soon as we finish the show, we're going to get started on the extra Ultraman stuff, starting with 66. One of my subscribers sent a chronology, the order of every Ultraman media, TV and movie. I've got like a whole spreadsheet and a PDF. There's like a whole list of everything in order. So after this is definitely Ultraman 66, and then we'll continue. The target was 1 show per month, not including this one. I was aiming to finish this and Ultraman 66 in January. It is the 24th, so I am way behind schedule, and that is my bad. I don't know if I can keep up with 1 show per month, to be honest, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna at least try, because I think it'd be great for the channel if we do that, because there's like, I think there's over like 24 Ultraman shows, so like, that I haven't watched, by the way, like not in total, the ones I haven't reacted to or going to react to. So I'm leaving out Max, I'm leaving out Cosmos, I'm leaving out X, and I'm leaving out Orb, because those are the 4 shows I'm going to be reacting to at some point. So apart from those and the ones I've already watched, there's still like 24 left, so that could be 2 years of reviewing Ultraman shows if I do 1 per month. Can I manage that? I don't know, we shall see. I'm gonna try. Anyway, yeah, let me start talking about its episodes. Episode 5, obviously in UltraQ. It's a series, but each episode is its own monster and its own story and has its own characters. And each episode is different tonally as well, so it's quite interesting. Although it starts and ends with the same narrator, so that's something to note out. Episode 5 was Peguila. Peguila's wings remind me of Rodan a little bit. He looks nothing like Rodan, just his wings. Yeah, I thought I'd bring that up. So this is about, I guess, an expedition group. They end up stranded in Antarctica, and Peguila, the kaiju, happens to be here. There is a moss, a special type of moss that the monster doesn't like, or I think is allergic to. Basically, the moss can kill it. So there's a dog. Somehow this dog isn't frozen. This dog has been living with this kaiju, and I'm guessing this kaiju didn't kill the dog because the dog actually ate this moss and the dog was fine. But because the dog ate the moss, the kaiju would not want to attack it. That's the message I got anyway. But yeah, it ends with like a missile that they fire at it, and it contains the moss, so that's how they kill it. By the way, I got notes written down just in case I forget anything. I don't want to forget any single detail. The opening scene, I don't know why, but the opening scene when they're like on a boat with the binoculars, it reminded me of the intro of a Godzilla movie. I can't remember which one. I don't know why. It reminded me of 2 Godzilla movies. There was one Godzilla movie where they were heading towards an island and Godzilla was sleeping there or something and they nuked him or whatever. And there was another one where he was frozen in ice. For some reason, that opening scene reminded me of both of those movies. I don't know why. But yeah, that was a good episode. I did enjoy it. Not much else to say about it, but it was quite interesting. I was very intrigued by the dog, though. The dog wasn't covered by anything. I'm pretty sure a domesticated dog cannot survive in Antarctica. Not even like an undomesticated dog. Maybe a wolf, but I'm pretty sure a dog can't survive. It's just a show, David. It's just a show. But I'm just, you know, there's a monster in the show. I get it. I'm just curious how that works. I'm just curious how that works. Episode 6 was a very weird one. A very weird one. So there's a kid called Taro. I am sure it's unrelated to Ultraman Taro, but this show was before Ultraman Taro. He's growing a turtle in class because he thinks this turtle will grow to 99 centimeters, and it will take him to the Dragon's Palace. I don't know if he thought he'd see a dragon, but Dragon's Palace. And he told the teacher this. He told the teacher and his parents as well. They think he's a liar, a pathological liar. He just lies about everything. But yeah, he says he's gonna grow this turtle to 99 centimeters, and then he's gonna go to the dragon's palace. Teacher says he's a liar. Apparently he said there was a fire. So this kid lies a lot from the perspective of everyone else. But in his mind, he's telling the truth. He's not messing around or lying. He's seeing, like, I feel like some of it is his imagination, some of it isn't. I feel like the show, this episode leaves it to interpretation. Like, it could just all be in his mind, or it could have actually happened. I just think it's quite interesting. Because I feel like, because there's a part where he gets kidnapped by bank robbers, right? And that part's real. He does get kidnapped, but like, maybe the way his experience of the kidnapping is in his mind, even though the reality of it is different. Or maybe it's all real. I just like how the show leaves that to interpretation. But I believe the kid for the most part. Also, like, for lying as a punishment, he's sent to the roof. In England, you get sent out of class. Is it a thing is it just for the show, or is it a thing in Japan for a teacher to send you to the roof if you misbehave? You go and stand on the roof. What sort of thing? Was that done for comedic purposes? I'm pretty sure that's not a real thing. Is that a real punishment? Stand on the roof, unsupervised as well. So he saw bank robbers having a shootout with police, and the bank robbers escaped into the school. He told the teacher he saw a shootout. Teacher called him a liar, but he actually did see that. And the robbers actually hid out in the school, and he found them. And the robbers took his turtle. He loves his turtle, so the kid ran after these bank robbers who are armed with a machine gun and another handgun. He's chasing after them because he has. They have his turtle. So I thought that was quite funny. And these robbers, they're robbers. They're not murderers. They're not going to kill the child instead of just trying to run away. I mean, I said they're not murderers. They did shoot at the police. So maybe they are murderers. But they clearly didn't want to murder the kid. If they wanted to, they would have. They just kidnapped him, that's all. Which is still bad. I made it sound so bad there. No, I meant like they're evil, but they're not like murdering evil. Even though they might be. Okay, I'm digging myself a bigger hole. Let's just move on. Right, so they kidnap him and they go to some sewers, and the turtle finally grows to 99 centimeters. And these bank robbers see it, so that leads me to believe that the turtle did actually grow that much. So that part's real. He wanted the turtle to take him to the dragon's palace. At first it wouldn't, and then it would. It started walking through walls. Now I'm wondering, like, the turtle being this big is real. The robbers saw it and they ran away. They ran to the police asking for help. That was quite funny because they were running away from the police this whole show. Whole episode, I mean, sorry. But what we saw from the kid's perspective is the turtle took him to the dragon's palace. There was nothing there apart from a girl on a swing who he met. And apparently everything he's wanted is there. But it's just a girl on a swing, so what's that about? So the other kid, she gives him a black box. Whenever he needs it, he can open it. And then it ends with his parents being relieved, and the school being relieved, and the police being relieved that he's found. And they asked him where was he, and well, first of all, the bank robbers confirmed. Surely the bank robbers would have said he was with them anyway. But I assume they were wondering, like, because he went missing afterwards, after the bank robbers were caught. And he said, I went to the dragons, the turtle took me to the dragon's palace, and I found this box. And they all called him a liar. So none of them believe him. They're like, he's just a kid, don't worry. And he's trying to tell them, no, it's true, it's true. And then he opens the box and you get a weird scene where he has a white beard. Even though he's still a kid, he's now an old man. And he hears screaming. It's like a nightmarish thing. I don't know what went on there. Can someone explain that scene? Explain the scene where he opens the black box and he has a beard. What's that about? Where does that come from? So I just thinking about it like I'm watching it on a playlist and the next episode's starting, but I got to pause the next episode and I'm thinking, what just happened? And which parts were real and which parts were not real. Because I am very confused right now. But that was good. I did like it. I was just like very weirded out. I'm just like, this whole episode is chaos. Like, what was the message of the episode? is the message... I don't know what the message is. At the start of the show, everyone thinks he's a liar. At the end of the show, everyone thinks he's a liar. Sorry, I keep saying show, it's episode, but like every episode is its own story. So it feels like I just watched the whole show in one episode every single time, because it's just one story per episode. But yeah, it was interesting. Episode 7, I have a lot less to say about, but it was interesting. The kaiju in this episode sounded like Godzilla. The classic Toho Godzilla roar this kaiju in Mount Fuji had. Maybe not exactly the same, but literally the same sound. And the same after sound as well. If you know Godzilla, you know what I mean. The classic Godzilla roar. This kaiju had it. This Mount Fuji kaiju that I've never heard of, never seen before in my life, has the same roar as Godzilla. But yeah, at the start there was a guy claiming that Mount Fuji might erupt. I actually googled, because volcanoes really interest me, they intrigue me. They're very deadly, but the way they work is very very strange. It's a strange thing to exist, a volcano. So I actually googled like, what is Mount Fuji active? And it is, but it's dormant. I didn't know that. I thought it was just completely dead. I didn't realize Mount Fuji was active. It's active but dormant, so it could erupt but it won't, if that makes sense. I mean, apparently it's monitored every day, just in case. But it's been inactive since 1700, I can't remember, a while ago. So it can erupt potentially, but maybe not anytime soon. I don't know, but it's massive. It's obviously this is not even related to the show anymore. I'm just talking about the volcano. Let me move back to the actual show. So yeah, there's a kaiju in Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji erupts, but it's really a kaiju causing it, and it sounds like Godzilla. And at the end, they end up freezing the monster. It's a simple monster episode. I was intrigued by the Godzilla roar though, and also the fact that Mount Fuji is actually active. Episode 8 starts with a train crash. Also some bees get killed, and the reason for all of this is there's a mole. There's a giant mole in the ground. I was just like, is that a mole? And then like a minute later the guy said, that mole. I'm just like, I knew it. I mean, I know what a mole looks like, but still, I felt clever at the time. There's this giant mole on the ground. It's causing trouble, and in the end, the army destroys the mole. But I think the mole, I don't know if the mole actually dies. You don't see it die, but you see it getting defeated, and it sort of like falls into like a pit. And I'm pretty sure that fall triggered a volcanic eruption. So there was lava and an earthquake and everything. At the end, which was caused by fighting the kaiju. Yeah, that's all there is, and I did like it. So far, out of these episodes, I think I enjoyed... I don't know, it's hard to rank them. It's hard to rank them because they're all different in their own way. So it's like... I mean, you can still rank that, but still, like, I like how they're all unique. So I was gonna rank it. Now I'm just like, I don't know what to rank it. I don't know what order to go with, because like there's different. You know what? Let's move on to episode 9. So this one is a giant killer spider, and it attacks humans. It's also revealed that it's actually a human turned into a spider. I don't know if that's a tale. I don't know if just like that's a myth. I don't know if that's even true, but the narrator said it. The narrator said it was a human turned into a spider. But this spider viciously attacked humans, and then the narrator at the end of the episode suggests that this spider wanted to be a human again. That's why it attacked. I don't know. So, some interesting theory. It's hard to rank these, but actually, in my opinion, this episode and episode 1 are the best episodes. Episode 1 was so good in its own right. Episode 1 felt like Ultraman the most. Even though there's no Ultraman, you obviously get your friendly giant and your enemy giant. Episode 1 did that so well. Episode 9 was up there, like the way it was filmed, the way it was done. Also, I noticed this in episode 6, mainly, I think. Yeah, episode 6. The director loves spinning, like spinning the camera to do a transition to another scene. The director loves doing that. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. I guess it's their thing. But I just find it really funny the way they do it. It's the way they spin certain things. They spin like a wheel and a face. If you know, you know. Anyway, yeah, back to the spider. A giant spider attacking humans. The spider looked... By the way, all the kaiju look real, which is really cool. Like, this is very old, the show, and it's still... The practical effects are really good. It could just be guys in suits, but still, it looks incredible. This spider looks the realest out of all the kaiju I've seen in this... in this show so far. This spider is scary. They legitimately made a very good horror short. This is very good as a standalone horror short movie. If they made like a longer version of this in 2023, I think it would work as a really good horror movie. I think with the right direction, right actors, I think it could work really well. I don't know why Hollywood hasn't done it yet, to be honest. Because they like remaking everything. But still, this is a very good horror movie where a spider hunts down humans. There's people who get stranded, a group of people, they come in 2 cars, they find this mansion, a haunted mansion, and this is where the spider is lurking, and the spider wants to... At the start, you see the spider hunting people one by one, but then this group comes in and the spider causes havoc. At first, someone sees it and then no one else believes him. You saw a spider this week? No way. It's not your day today, is it? But it was very interesting. I'm also wondering, as a question, has Ultraman ever fought a spider? Maybe I've seen it and I don't remember. But has Ultraman ever fought a spider? Because I want to see that. That actually sounds interesting. I think we've seen him fight like an octopus, I think. Or was it a squid? Ultraman's fought something like that, but I don't know about... I think it'd be cool to see him fight a giant spider. Also, does Kumon mean spider in Japanese? I could just Google it, but I'm trying to make conversation. Is Japanese for spider Kumon? I'm just wondering, because they called it Kumon so many times. When I heard that, I'm just like, Kumonga? Because that's the Godzilla spider villain. Yeah, I'm just wondering, is Kumon the meaning of spider in Japanese? I'm just curious. The spider's noise is very creepy. It sounds like a demented cat. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it makes it scarier. But how real it looks is the best thing. It looks so real. It looks like it's actually like there and not a puppet. It looks so creepy, and it's genuinely terrifying to watch. That's why I think it's up there with the best, because they made it look so good. They made every kaiju look good, but this one just... I guess it's partly because spiders are actually real. Like, they're not that big in real life, but spiders do exist. So I think that makes it scarier, because obviously they don't get that big, but there are still deadly spiders that could attack you in real life. So I think that aspect kind of makes it scarier than a fictional mole, for example. I mean, the mole's not the best example because they exist as well, but like, realistically, a mole's not gonna hurt you, most likely, in real life. But yeah, because spiders do actually exist in real life, and the fact that they can hurt you in real life, depending on the spider, I think that actually makes it scarier than say, you know, someone like Peguila, for example. But yeah, there you go. What do you think of this show? If you have watched it, let me know. If you haven't, it's on YouTube. Just search UltraQ. There'll be a whole playlist of it. So yeah, it's very interesting, and I highly recommend it, because Ultraman came after this. Like, this is the show that started, and then Ultraman came from the show. So I really recommend. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. And if you have seen it, let me know any information you have about any of these 5 episodes, because I am very interested. I'm more and more into this show now, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it all goes, because every episode is not connected. So like, how does it all come together in the finale? Like, are they all just establishing that all these monsters exist in the same world? What happens at the end? I'm curious. Or does it just go every episode up to the finale as separate? I'm curious. I'm curious. Anyway, or does Ultraman come in the last episode? I don't know, but we'll find out. Because how did Ultraman come from this? I'm still yet to find that out. But yeah, I've been talking for long enough. And be sure to comment whatever you want down below. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see you.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever